डेवलपमेंट आ रहा है इंडियन आर्मी की तरफ से और ये बताया जा रहा है that the Indian Army will now be amending its HR policies and this is a move that has now been made alongside the requirements on the border areas as well.
So what we are getting to know from the sources, Indian Army is all set to amend HR policies to meet the requirements along the borders to counter China. Let me straight away go across to my colleague Shivani, who is joining us with more details. Yes, Shivani.
See, this is a major update from the sources that have confirmed now that the Indian Army is now amending the HR policies to meet the required strength on ground, especially along the line of actual control. We know that in last 3 years, the strength along the line of actual control has not been usual. It is around 50,000 soldiers on ground, and we need to maintain this strength to counter the Chinese threat. And to maintain this strength, we need to amend the policies, the earlier policies that said that only for 2 years, the maximum period was 2 years of posting to these high altitude and super high altitude areas in a span of 10 years. But now this needs to be amended because if we follow the older tenure rules, then there will be a problem in posting officers, soldiers in these locations. And now a study was being conducted right after Galwan clash, which was based upon some data of medical recommendations in these places. So now this policy will be amended, and soon we'll hear this from the Indian Army that according to the new rules, the postings will take place and the strength will be as usual that we've seen in last 3 years, and maintain this strength, particularly to counter the Chinese
threat. To meet the requirements of the border areas there. Shivani, thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast, and it will help revise the tenures of the high altitude postings as well, especially when it comes to countering China. With that, it's a wrap.